Hey everybody, I hope you are doing amazing. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about my story, how I came to where I am today. And so I truly believe that everything happens for a reason and that things fall onto our paths to either challenge us, make us better, bring us to the next level kind of thing. Just for me, everything, the way my life kind of fell into place, I feel like it has brought me to here. So everything started in 2006. I started running with a friend, and she had, just had her babies, wanted to lose weight, and I had always tried so many different programs at the gym, and I always quit. I would start running, I would quit, and I kind of went to the running room with her, saying, "Okay, I'm just going to do this to be with her and." Be the good friend. And I was the single one, and she had the kids. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do this with her. So I fell in love with the running program. I love that it was with a support group. I love that it was an organized program. We would go there 3 times a week, run together as a group, blah, 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 blah. Fell in love with it. She ended up giving up after the 5K, and I kept going. So I did the 5K, the 10K, and then I realized that I love the group aspect. I love the the kind of talking through the whole way, the new family, getting to know new people. And I also realized that I didn't like to leave anybody behind. So the next kind of group, it's like 10-week programs, 16-week programs. I decided to become a group leader. And by being a group leader, for me, it was the never leaving anybody behind. I always made sure to be the last person at the back. I made sure that everybody kind of crossed that finish line, that everybody would get their run in, because for me, that is what was important. So in 2010, I decided I wanted to take it to the next level. And so I decided to start running for charity. And I chose Iceland, and diabetes was doing Iceland. I'm like, all right, I'm going to raise money for diabetes. And I decided to go all out. So I said, okay, I'm going to do the 42K. But I quickly realized that I was sick. I was always throwing up. Um, I often had cold sweats, hot sweats. I wasn't sleeping properly. I just throwing up a lot. If I didn't eat right before I went to bed, I would wake up throwing up. It was just really unpleasant. So I quickly realized I was hypoglycemic. So that was the beginning of that. Needless to say, my marathon in Iceland took me over 6 hours and 10 minutes. They had pretty much closed down the race. I was the last one through. The police officers looked confused when they saw me, wondering who was coming their way, kind of thing. But hey, I'm one of those persons that I push through and I don't give up. And it's, that one thing that drives me is to persistence, perseverance, kind of just pushing through. That's what I like to do. When I came back, we got hit with another huge obstacle. My then 10-year-old niece landed in a hospital. She couldn't walk anymore. She was losing her eyesight, losing her memory, and they discovered a massive tumor in her brain. It was the size of a grapefruit. So it was 6 centimeters this big in a 10-year-old's brain. So you can imagine there was not much room left, and we nearly lost her. It was a horrific moment in my life. It lasted 3 months, and 3 surgeries in a month, and 6 weeks of radiation, to say the least. Thankfully, she's still with us today. She's this beautiful, amazing 15-year-old now who does nothing but love and want to help everybody. And it was life-changing for us, that's for sure. So I started also raising money for cancer. So I went back with my Team Diabetes family in 2012. I started training to go to Rio, and that's when I decided I had enough. I was tired of being sick. I had tried so many diets, so many different things. Nothing was working for me. So I said, okay, I fell on this. I don't know how I landed on this, but I did somehow through my emails. This 30-day plant-based challenge. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Again, I love the aspect group, the challenge group. And I did it with my best friend and, well, two of my best friends, actually, that we were all going to Rio together. We said, all right, let's do this together as a team. And, the aspect, the challenge group aspect with the accountability support group system, for me, I was like, all right, this worked for me. Let's do this. So within 24 hours of cutting dairy and meat, lost all my bloatiness, and within a week, my blood sugar leveled. My hypoglycemia disappeared within a week. I never got the sweats again, never threw up again, never felt sick again. And needless to say, forever changed my life. And I became a plant-based advocate. I'm like, you know what? Never again. I'm going through this pain. And so that's when my nutrition changed. So after that, I went to Rio, had the time of my life, came back, met my now common law partner, um, father of my 2 kids. And I had decided to do Hawaii in 2014 as well. So for diabetes, I raised a total of $18,300. And for cancer, a lot. And I had, just in one setting, shaved my head and raised $8,000 for cancer. So, those moments like that make me realize how precious life is and how important it is to take care of one another and of ourselves, because especially for ourselves, nobody else will do it for you. It's not my father that's going to come, a 25 to 30-minute drive all the way home to make sure that I eat my fruits and vegetables. That's just not how it works. Unless you're, very young and you have a parent taking care of you. But once you become an adult, I think we all know that it's up to us to make the changes that we want. It's up to us to take care of one another. You could probably hear my daughter that's kind of giggling and talking in the back. And so that brought me to my next challenge. Last January, I suffered my second miscarriage at 3 months. And needless to say, that was a horrible time in my life. I felt really down about myself. I felt responsible. I felt maybe I did something wrong to cause it. And I was just not in a good place. And that's the time that my cousin Julie came in and she's like, I'm telling you, I've been talking to you about this Beachbody stuff for a while and you would like it. And she's like, it's fitness and nutrition. Those are like your 2 things. Like, I don't understand why you're not getting on board this. Like, you would love it. And I'd be like, before that, everything was going through one ear and out the other because I just so hectic of a life and I'm working shifts and I have a kid and I'm raising money and I'm running and I'm doing all these things and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, whatever, just kind of, going by. And so at this time, for some reason, it really settled in. And I think it's because I needed a distraction. I was going through so much in my life and it was painful hurt. I feel like maybe it was the time that I needed something to focus on. I needed a challenge. I needed something new into my life. And so she came over and she started showing me, PYO, and it was a mix of yoga and Pilates, and it's amazing for runners and all this stuff. She was kind of, selling it to me that way. And I was like, you know what? All right, fine, let's do it. I had signed up for as often with MLM companies just to get the discount. So I was like, all right, she signed me up as a coach, get the 25% off, so get the shake, get this, get that. I was like, all right, okay, whatever, let's just do it. And we were strapped for money at that time as well, losing the baby. Just everything was kind of a mess. Everything was upside down. So I figured, what do I have to lose, right? And $20 a month, that's all I have to lose. So all right, I try it. And let me tell you, it did not take long. I think it took a week before I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing in my life. Like, how did I, apart from my kids, obviously, but I was like, how did I not do this before? I fell in love with the program. I fell in love with Chalene Johnson. I fell in love with the concept of like just helping people find the right program for them and helping them with their nutrition. Obviously, like, I'm a plant-based advocate, so whenever people approach me, like, I just give plant-based information. Like, I would never pry or I would never push that on anybody. People ask me questions, I answer their questions. But when people approach me nutrition-wise, I obviously just focus on plant-based. So I give them the tools that necessary, and then if they want to add whatever they want to it, they do. And so I just really fell in love with it. I'm like, wow, I get to help people and I get paid for it. So needless to say, I just started sharing how much I loved PYO, how much I loved the programs, how much it was changing my life, how much like Shakeology was the best thing ever. It's like 9 portions of fruits and vegetables with 16 grams of protein and 70 nutrient-dense food all in one. Like, you can't get better than that. So I just really fell in love with the system. I love that Beachbody has done everything for you. I love that they have something for everybody, including people that are over 300 pounds. I love that they have modifications for everything so that people that are heavier or pregnant or whatever, we're able to do all the programs. It doesn't matter. There's modifications. There's no excuses. And you get to work out from home on your own time, wearing what you want. I'm like, this is freaking brilliant. And Beachbody spends millions and millions and millions of dollars every year to make better programs, to get the celebrity trainers, to get like these kick-ass programs together with the celebrity trainers and the fitness program and the designers and everything kind of together. And everything is set in stone for you. All you got to do is open up your plan. You're like, okay, workout du jour is this, and you do it. That simple. Most workouts are like 30 minutes. Anyways, for me, it was like a ding 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 moment, and just realizing that, you know what, I think that everything has its own time. I think that maybe you were brought here for a reason. Maybe this is your time to finally see the bright side of things. For me, it took a really long time, and poor Julie was so discouraged. She had been talking to me about it for, I think, like 7 months. And for some reason, it was that time in my life when things was going down that I needed to enter it in my life. So I truly believe that everything does happen for a reason. And you have nothing to lose. It's $20 a month. You sign up with a challenge pack. You get the best kick-ass start to your health and fitness journey. And all you got to do is share your journey on social media. I use Facebook. I love Facebook. And I kind of use it as a blog. And in my first month, I just was sharing so much of how much I love the product and everything that people just started right away coming up to me. What are you doing? What are the programs? What are you doing? And next thing you know, like a year later, I've helped over 75 people lose weight. And honestly, for a person like me who just loves to help people, there's no better feeling knowing that I've helped 75 people either lose weight, get fit, get healthier. I've had endless people ask me more about plant-based, who ask me for recipes, meal plans, and there's nothing I love more than to be sharing it. So in a nutshell, that is me. And I love questions. I'm one of those persons. I'm probably one of the most honest persons that you'll meet. You ask me anything, I will answer, whether it's good, bad, and yeah, feel free, ask away, and hope that you enjoy this journey as much as I did. And honestly, guys, like, you just need to get a coach. You need to become a coach like yesterday, because it's so life-changing. It's so valorisant, like we would say in French. So get on it and ask all your questions. See ya.